Hi Stephanie, I'm sorry about my horrible bedhead that's happening right now. It's a beautiful Sunday, and after kind of a crazy weekend of awesomeness, I was like, Sunday will be my day of rest, and it'll be all PJs. First, I wanted to thank you for your beautiful and sweet get well video. It was amazing, and it totally made my day, and it made me really homesick for London, if I can even say that. I've been to London like 1.2 times technically. I don't know. Once when I was in college for a class, so my tuition took completely care of it. I'm still paying off the debt from that school. And another time where a friend had a business trip in Oxford, and I got to take a day trip. But I love the UK. My gosh, made me so. I know it's not my home, but I just have a very wonderful feeling when I was there, and it just made me really miss it. And homesick is the only way I can really describe that. Is there a word for being homesick for a place that's not your home? I don't know. But I went and invited a friend of mine out to tea, full English tea. I love that you can get tea here. I'm not just tea, but afternoon tea with the whole little sandwiches and everything. There are places in America where you can still do that. Probably not if I was in rural Texas or something, I don't know. But thankfully I live in Southern California, so there was. Mwah. Second, you asked me what I was really excited about, and I have a few things. One is really small, and I went through a lot of dentistry the past few weeks. I hadn't had dental insurance for a little bit. But with my last one, literally it's my last, they took care of the last of everything. They got rid of 2 cosmetic cavities that weren't really doing much damage anymore, they were fine. But they had left spots right here. And it made me really self-conscious about smiling fully, and they're gone. I'm really excited about that. This weekend, I got to have 2 of my very, very dear best friends come down from Seattle, and we went to the Griffith Observatory. It's so crazy! Glowworms!
Okay.
Turn the lid off, but keep recording.
Okay.
See if we can. Yep, there he is. Oh, that's so cool!
Alright, so we're very listening.
And then on Saturday, we went to Universal Studios, their treat, which I am so blessed to have friends who are so kind to me, and I just, because I would not have been able to afford it right now on my own. Stupidly broke. I'm actually gonna, house stuff. I'll tell you about that later. It's just a big stress ball. I'm thinking about doing a whole nother raffle and a live stream and full on Extra Life-esque fundraiser for it. But at Universal Studios, there's Harry Potter World, and oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I felt like I was 5 years old, and it was just,
So this is the Universal City Walk. It's pretty touristy, as you've probably noticed. this is where you have to walk to go to get to Universal Studios, which is where Harry Potter Land is. Or the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, whatever. Coffee shops, tasty ice cream. Ben and Jerry's. Ice cream later? Yes, I think so.
That's a lot of knowledge. What kind of dinosaur lives in New York Street? What would be a good dinosaur for New York? This table. King Kong?
I'm kind of a huge fan of everything that's happening here.
Oh, sure. Go for the leg first.
My mom is tiny and I have TMJ. What do you want from me? We just rode the Hippogriff ride. Best day ever! I'm excited. So, I just got off the Hogwarts ride. It is awesome! Like, holy crap. Hands down, my favorite thing ever. Also, lots of nope, because there's a part with spiders, lots of spiders. And I'm not usually too bad about spiders, but it's the fact that...
There were giant spiders drooling on me. Nope.
It's true, they drooled on us. We're also giggling at all the people who are wearing ponchos. You'll notice you can't see the rain. It's because it's barely sprinkling.
It's misting. It's quite nice.
It actually kind of reminds me of when I was in London, and you will also appreciate this as you're like, that's just normal weather. But here in California, people are like, what? Precipitation? From the sky? Witchcraft!
And lastly, something that I'm really excited about is next weekend, my parents are coming to visit, and I haven't seen them since Christmas, which, looking at it, it's not really that far away, but I'm still really used to like when I lived in Seattle and they were literally a 5-hour drive away on the other side of Washington State, and I miss having them that close, especially because my dad was diagnosed with frontal temporal dementia, which, you know, I want to be able to, like, he's not quite himself, and I want to spend as much time with him as I can, and it's a scary disease, and it's just, So I'm really excited to see them, and I get to take them to Disneyland with my little employee pass, and I'm really excited about that because ever since I got the job at Maker, my mom was like, oh, I want you to take me to Disneyland. And I'm like, I will do whatever I can if you get down here. So I'm really excited to see them. Now, I talked about tea time earlier, and I'm not sure if I mentioned, but afternoon tea for me is not just something that reminds me of the brief time I got to spend in the UK, but it's like a little piece of zen for me. Like you can't rush tea time. It's just not something you can do. And whether I make little tea sandwiches and scones at home, or whether I prefer to go to a place because it's just something better. Like I think they've even scientifically proven that like food that you haven't made yourself tastes better because your senses aren't desensitized to like the smells. Because you know, if you're baking something, then like you've been smelling it the whole time. So like your nose gets used to it. But if someone makes it for you and then brings it out and that's your first time experiencing it, it's a little more enhanced. But also I just love the fact that you can't rush an afternoon tea. You just can't. You have to like block out 2 to 3 hours for it. It's just so relaxed. It's always fairly quiet in most tea houses, at least the ones I've been to, because it's sort of like this etiquette of like, it reminds me of a library. So it's just this serene, calm, like everyone talks at like this just sort of level, not like a hush tone, but you don't feel like you have to raise your voice ever like in some restaurants, and it's lovely. So my challenge for you in your next video is tell me or show me about one of your little pieces of zen. Where do you like to treat yourself to recharge? Where do you treat yourself? I don't know. Anyway, I love you so much and I miss you, and we will talk soon.